بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. What is fitna? The linguistic meaning of the word fitna, it originated from the process of separating gold from the ore, from the raw material. That's the linguistic origin of the word fitna. So you bring in this rock and it has streaks of gold in it. And in order to purify the gold and extract it from the raw material, that process is called fitna. And it involves burning in a furnace. And it's a very tough process. Same with iron. When you want to extract it from the raw material, you have to burn this raw material in a furnace until it melts, until it reaches to a very high temperature, and you have a separation between the iron and the dirt. And then after that, you take this iron and you take it through a new process, which is to strengthen that iron. Let's say that you have this block of iron and you want to make a sword out of it. So you take that block and you put it in the furnace until it becomes red hot, and then you hammer it. And then you put it in the furnace again until it becomes hot. And then you hammer it. And you keep on doing that again and again. And the more you hammer the steel, the stronger the sword and the sharper it will be. And so that is fitna. In the fire, out of the fire. In the fire, out of the fire. Hitting it with a hammer. Putting it back again. So it's a very violent and difficult process. But eventually, if this steel survives the process, it comes out very strong. But unfortunately, not all of these blocks will survive that process. Sometimes it's too tough, it will just break apart. But the good quality steel will come out in the end of this long process of fitna. It will come out strong and sharp. And basically that is what fitna is about. It's a series of trials that you will go through. You'll go in this furnace and you'll come out. And hammers will hit you. And you'll go in the furnace again. So it's a back and forth process. Many will fail and a few will survive. But the ones who survive come out very strong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to test this ummah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not leave the claim of Iman unverified. If you say that you are a mu'min, then expect to be tested. If you say that you are a Muslim, then you will be trialed. Definitely. To distinguish between the ones who are paying lip service and the ones who are serious about it. And that's clear in Quran. In Surah Al-Ankabut, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يَفْتَنُونَ. Do people think that they will say we are believers and they won't be tested? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَيَعْلَمَ الْكَاذِبِينَ. So Allah will determine who are telling the truth and who are lying. لِيَعْلَمَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَيَعْلَمَ الْمُنَافِقِينَ. To know who are the believers and who are the hypocrites. وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and all of the nations before you went through these trials. When one of the Sahaba came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca, and he said, "Oh Rasulullah, why don't you make dua for us?" So it was an implicit complaint. The things are getting tough, and oh Allah, why don't you ask Allah to give us victory? Why do I have to go through all of this? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that they used to bring a Muslim from the nations before you, and they would put the saw on top of his head and cut him into two pieces, and that will not make him give up his religion. And they would bring another believer and they would comb out his flesh with combs of steel that would separate between the flesh and the bones. And that person will not renounce their faith. And in the name of Allah, Allah will give victory to this religion until a traveler will leave from Sana'a all the way to Hadramaut, fearing no one but Allah and the wolf on his sheep. But you are people who are hastening. You are people who are in a hurry. In other words, Rasulullah ﷺ is saying that you shouldn't be in a hurry. This is a process that needs to be fulfilled. You have to go through it. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم